Shalom, everybody. I wanted to tell you that I finally finished my first book, and it's called Restoring the Path, Examining the Way of the Messiah. This book is based on Matthew 7, verse 21 through 23. It's a study I did, and I go into a lot of detail surrounding that entire passage. It's a very familiar passage where Yeshua says, "Not everyone who says, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter into the kingdom of heaven, but those who do the will of my Father." And he goes into some other things, talking about people who cast out demons, and they prophesy and they do many wonders, and they vouch for this, and they say they all did this in his name. But he says, "Depart from me, I never knew you, you who practice lawlessness." I examine these words, and I go into great detail. It's a 7-chapter book, 61 pages long. It'll take you just a couple of hours to finish it, and I think that the way I wrote this is perfect to get into the hands of those who you may know personally that are not Torah keepers. To put this in the hands of local pastors, or put this in the hands of friends and family who, you've probably had conversations with, but they're just not grasping what you're saying. That's why I wrote this book. It's so you'll have something that you can just hand to them, and they can read it, and they can test it, and it's just something that really challenges the idea that people have that, the Torah was done away with, or the law was done away with. But this book has a lot of different topics in it, and I talk about, the problem initially, based on Matthew 7. I go into detail about the Torah and the Messiah, the anti-Torah and the anti-Messiah, Yeshua's fulfillment of the 7 feasts, the commission of Yeshua, or the will of the Father, the name of our Creator, and I just sum it all up in the final chapter, and I talk about the basic message that I wanted to deliver, and what we should be doing as followers of Yeshua, as Talmidim, as disciples. So if you're interested in getting this book, the links that you can go to buy this book are in the description below. You can find it on Amazon.com, you can find it on CreateSpace.com, and it's also available on Amazon Kindle. You can purchase it on there also. Great book. It does not take long to read it. It took me about 2 or so hours, and the way I wrote this was so that it would not take you very long. It's one of those things that it's a powerful message, but it's one that it doesn't need a lot of words. You can just look at it, and it challenges. It really shakes the many people's beliefs on whether we should keep these laws or not these laws or whatever else. It challenges what it means to be in the way and walk on the path that Yeshua walked. And it examines Yeshua as the Word of the Almighty. So please pick up this book. Please get copies for your friends and your family that you care about, that you want to see walking the path that Yeshua walked, the one that he talked about, the straight and the narrow. Thank you very much. Restoring the Path, Examining the Way of the Messiah. Shalom.